Hi, Aurora. The baseline of Sziget Festival is for a green planet, which is a value which you support too, I guess.
Oh yes, I'm very passionate about, especially now, the state of the planet is very concerning, and it's nice to see that people are getting more and more involved, because we are the only ones who can save her, Mother Earth, that is.
You're inspired by Mother Earth, but also by Leonard Cohen and Enya.
Yes, two lovely people. I am really inspired by music that, I don't know, we didn't have a radio. I didn't like radio when I was a kid because the news was so sad always, so I couldn't, made me sad for like a month. So we couldn't have radio. So we only had the CDs or the LPs we had in our home, and that was Enya and Leonard Cohen. So throughout all my childhood, that was mainly the ones I listened to, and they make you feel calm, and it's nice when you can grow and understand the lyrics, and it's two very nice artists.
In Belgium, it's said about you, Aurora, that you're the mythical love child of Björk and Grimes. But of course, the Björk, that's normal, that people compare you with Björk.
Well, yes. I've never listened so much to Björk, but one day I thought I have to listen, because I know that she is amazing and very spiritual, which I really like. She's very out there, and I'm way more here, because I like to speak more about what is happening around me, what I can touch at the time. But it's very nice. I think she's a very good woman.
It seems to me that you are someone who has wondered about little things in life. Is that correct?
Yes. I think it's a very quick resource of happiness when you can notice the details, because it gives you a big perspective on, what is worth spending energy on and what is not, and what is a problem you can fix, and what is a thing you have to forget so you can just move on. And I've always been very taken by details, by smells and tastes, and the sound of like rain on glass, or the way people's breath sounds like if you're sitting very close, and the difference between when we sleep and when we're awake. And it's very interesting. It makes my head is very busy. It's always full of something, thoughts and questions, and I'm always connecting things that I see, and kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like all the information I see during a day are linked to my past and future. So I always it's like a timeline of impressions which I kind of build. It's kind of hard to explain, but it makes life very full.
How do you stay wondered about what's going on in the world when the world is also so cynical?
I don't think the world is cynical. I think maybe a few platforms on the earth is, maybe social media, certain newspapers or TV channels, and corporate, money, companies and stuff like that. But I don't know, I don't really involve myself too much in that side of the earth. That's a kind of detail I wouldn't have time for, because there is so much more to enjoy. And I think it's hard sometimes, because it's easy to not be understood when you're a bit different. But it's nice, because I've met and kind of gathered the people that are like me, that want the same things, that are emotional, that works in the way that, it's boring to talk about things that involves facts, but it's exciting to explore and wonder about things that you can only explain by kind of discussing and kind of, when it's like being a philosopher, isn't it? You just think your way to an answer, and it's nice because I get the chance to meet equal-minded people in my work around the world, and it's very inspiring because there are quite many of us.
You give a voice to introvert, shy and quiet people.
Yes, I think it's weird in school when like the shy kids, I've read that they can often get worse grades just because they don't interact as much as maybe the less shy kids. And at work, the one who is likely to become a boss or to get a promotion is the one that people like, the loud one that kind of just throws himself out there, because that's kind of a thing people like. It's kind of like back to the animal world, like the most powerful lion gets the respect, and it's very much like that, as we know, in the world today. And it's, I don't know, I just think we can, if the people that don't want to be a leader becomes a leader, imagine how good they could do and how much they could actually provide in things like human compassion and equality, instead of like thinking about yourself first and getting yourself up there. I think we need, I don't know, I think the world could be a better place if we had the patience to wait for the introverts and listen to them and give them space to, say what they have on their mind, because often people that speak loud don't have that much to say.
Thank you very much, Aurora, and I wish you a lot of success here at Sziget Festival. And we meet again soon at Pukkelpop in Hasselt, and you're also performing in one of my favorite venues, Trix in Borgerhout, in October, I guess.
Yes, I am.
See you there.
Yeah, see you there.